Are you ready? Let's talk smack.
And welcome to the next episode of Talk Smack with Mac. I'm with my dog, Bari,
It's good.
the host from the You Know What It Is podcast in the house. Now, we have a specific type of podcast we want to do today. Bari and I were both in the military. I was in the Army, he was in the Navy. And we want to talk about the transition process and the struggles with it going from being in the military, transitioning to civilian life. What's going on, bro?
Not much, man. Chilling.
I can dig it. And you know what? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I forget every time, man. Yeah, man. So tell me a little bit about your Navy experience. What made you want to join the Navy?
Oh man. Fam, I think not really having like a set path and plus like guaranteed money.
Guaranteed money,
That was
free
that was like
education.
yeah, all of that shit. I was
Yeah.
like, oh, perk. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm gonna deal with some bullshit, but it's cool because it's like I'm gonna learn something. I wasn't. It's not that I was like a problem child or anything, but discipline and all that other stuff, like it goes a long way. And I understood that maybe I could deal with a little bit more. Maybe I'd be talking reckless. Maybe I need to, you know what I'm
A
saying?
little bit
Grow
more
up a little bit.
discipline.
Yeah. So I was just like, fuck it. I guess let me start my life now because I wasn't going to school and I fucking I hate school. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? To be honest, because at the end of the day, what I want to do, I don't want to, it doesn't really require being in school. It really requires just experience and, you know, just the know-how, just to be able to just entrepreneurship. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
It's
I'd
either
rather,
you are or you aren't.
exactly.
You know,
So,
the fundamentals of entrepreneurship. I feel like that's just your soul, your heart. You got to be able to go and get it.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd rather go and get it. So,
Coming out of high school, though, I mean, what better opportunity do you have than of joining the military? There's not many jobs at 18 or 19 years old
that are
that are
gonna,
paying you. Yeah, the pay is shit at first, but after about a year, it's pretty decent depending
once
on
you
where you're stationed.
where you're stationed at and what you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're putting your best foot forward and you're just like, fuck it, just let me do what I gotta do to get where I need to get. Cause that's how I felt. I just was like, yo, I'm doing this military shit. It's not that I'm like, oh, I love America and like, nah, dog. It's just like I needed this for me.
Hmm.
So I
You
go
were using the military just as much as the
just
military was using you.
they didn't give a fuck if I lived or
It's
died.
a contract partnership.
That's it.
Exactly.
So I'm
That's
gonna sign this dotted line
yeah.
and I'm gonna do what the fuck I need to do.
You can be the best. You can be all you can be.
So yeah, I signed up and I was like, yo, I'm gonna just make this shit happen right now. And I made it happen. You just gotta buckle up and get ready for the ride because number one, this shit is easy. It's easy. If you know how to, if you got ears and you can listen,
You have a little pep in your step.
you know what I mean? Just a little bit, just a little bit. You moving with some purpose.
Hmm.
I feel like you'll succeed. You know what I'm saying? I ended up making rank first time up every time. So well, to the point where once I got out, I knew I would have made E6 first time up because I wasn't really good at test taking, but I was able to do all the other shit. You know what I'm saying, and get me to the point where the test didn't really fucking matter.
Yeah.
Because the first time I took my E4 exam, blew that shit out the water.
Yeah.
Easy day. E5, I needed all the other shit around me.
To
You know,
help
my
you pick up,
eval, all of that shit had to be beautiful for me to.
be in consideration. I know sometimes with the Navy positions, if you don't score a certain number, you're automatically not eligible.
Yeah. Well, you had to score in a certain percentile, and
For some jobs, that percentile may be high as fuck.
are bro, some of them are like at 3%.
Yeah.
So it's like one person is making it. Like, what
That's
type of bullshit?
ridiculous. How
There's
long are we
50,
waiting?
bro. There's 15,000 fucking in this position, and you're only gonna rank up one person. Like,
Yeah.
damn. But I mean, at the end of the day, not even at the end of the day. Fuck that shit. We still in it. The benefits.
Mm-hmm.
So
Impeccable.
so dealing with dental, the doctor, all of that shit, them setting it up, it was like having these were your parents.
Oh,
The
100%.
you were spoon if you lived with your parents and then you went to the
Good parents.
military,
Good
yeah,
parents.
good parents, and then you went to the military.
You'd be like, oh, this is the
Oh,
same
this is
shit.
the same.
Especially before you get stationed. When you're still in school, they tell you where to go, where to be, at what time. They probably walk you there.
You ain't paying rent. You know what I mean?
They
Like,
take you to breakfast, lunch, and
the
dinner.
only thing you paying for is your phone bill. If you're
If you want some
smart,
Wi-Fi, you'll probably bunk with the other people and be like, let's go in on it.
if you smart, you saving up.
Oh man.
My dumb ass.
I saved a lot of money getting out of dive school, bro.
Listen, let me tell you how the Navy fucked me, but didn't fuck me. They 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 told me I was going to San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, damn, this shit is amazing. San Diego, I'm close to home,
By
and
the
that
water.
by water, it's beautiful. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? All of this good shit. I get to San Diego, and they tell me that my ship is in Bahrain. Mind you, Bahrain is one of the hottest motherfucking places on earth.
Oh,
So I'm leaving Vegas to go back to Vegas, but it's not Vegas. This shit
it
is,
doesn't have
it don't got
anything
no
that
charm,
Vegas has.
no charm
Take the lights away from Vegas, and now you're just
in the desert.
in the desert.
So blessing in disguise that I go to fucking Bahrain, bro, because the money over there. First off, I went over there when they were still doing hazard pay. Then I went over there while they were still doing they were setting everybody up with like flats. So I don't know if they still doing that now or not, but they were setting us up with like nice ass spots to live, bro.
Hmm.
Eat whatever. It didn't matter. But you was just roomed with like four other dudes, but at the same time it's like your own shit.
Yeah, so it's a big ass barracks or a
Bro.
very small barracks.
Yeah.
You know,
So
a
it
big
was
ass house for 4 or 5 people.
it was still pretty lit. You
If
didn't
you're
have
with
to
the right people,
you
it
didn't
could
have to
go
live on
down.
exactly. You didn't have to live on the ship.
Yeah, you're because at that age you're probably trying to get roommates anyways. What were you, 20? 19?
Bro, 18. I
18.
just turned because my birthday was like 2 days before I left for Bahrain. So I was, what was that, 2012? I was 19.
19. So listen to this. You're 19. You're what, about a year removed from high school?
Not even.
Not even a year removed. So you went from I'm waking up and going to school every day to I'm in Bahrain by myself in the
Yeah.
military. You have no choice but to grow the fuck up
Well,
immediately.
because I mean, I've been places by myself. I've flown before when I was in, when I was in high school. Um, I've done shit by myself. I've
But
been to states by myself.
were you living out of the
No,
country by yourself?
no,
Yeah,
not out.
hell no.
But even leaving Vegas to go to Chicago to go to boot camp, that was the moment where I was like, all right, you're nut up.
Yep.
You can't call them no more.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to just do what you gotta fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Put your dick in the dirt and get to moving.
Straight up.
But I that whole boot camp experience, I enjoyed it, bro. I'm gonna be 100% like that was the funniest. I have never met so many comedians that were not comedians. These motherfuckers did not know how funny they were. And it was hysterical. the whole boot
I
camp.
think
I
it's
couldn't
a lot of it was so diverse, right? People from
from everywhere,
not only from all over the country, but all over the world.
from
People
everywhere.
from
Asia, Africa. I had
a
a
lot
dude
of
from
people from Africa,
I had a couple dudes from South America, um,
Italy.
Italy. Like it was very diverse. When I went from boot camp to A school, we I had an African dude that I was rooming with. Funniest dude in the world. Like
Some
y'all
people are just
think like
natural.
Michael Blackson and these motherfuckers. No, go meet a real African and have a good conversation. Like these motherfuckers have some wisdom, but at the same time,
Talk a lot of shit.
just they just don't stop. They don't stop, man. They don't stop.
Yeah.
And I that is what I appreciate from the military too, is being able to
Meet so
meet,
many different types of people.
bro, and
It's
build these
amazing.
bonds with these
Yeah.
motherfuckers and really break barriers, because there's a lot of motherfuckers in there that are like fucking racist as fuck, and I'm gonna be honest. Like there was a dude that I went to boot camp with, and he was real quiet, but there was a time where we were talking about like smoking and shit like that, and he said something about blacks, and he was like, "Yeah, blacks are nigger cigarettes." That took us way off. So all of us had to, you know what I'm
Damn.
saying? We couldn't just whoop his ass in there, because it's like there's a lot of us, and it was just him. He was the one lone wolf in that motherfucker that was just wilding.
Hmm.
So it's like we had to educate. There was a lot of young black men in there, but there was some wiser, some dudes in there like, yo, chill. Let's educate him. Let's get him on the right. I see this dude 3 years later in San Diego with a fat ass Confederate flag on his fucking truck.
Oh my gosh.
This motherfucker ain't learned shit. We should have just whooped his
Nothing.
ass. We
Yeah.
should have just whooped his
I'm
ass.
surprised you did it in San Diego. You're like,
Oh my
fuck it,
goodness.
man. It's not
I
worth
seen
it.
him driving. What was I gonna get out my car?
Oh, I thought he was parked or something.
No,
You
no, no,
just
no.
like he
Like
was
I
driving
saw
by.
him
You're like,
passing. I was
"Did
like,
did
yo,
that
ain't that?
motherfucker?"
Yes. I was like, oh man, this is some wild ass shit on base. And that's why I'm glad motherfucking naval installation shit. I think naval installations stopped that shit. They banned that shit.
Hey, yeah, that should
They should have
definitely
that shit
not be
should have
allowed.
been banned. Like what the fuck?
Yeah, that's wild.
Y'all
So
support that shit?
tell me, in your time in your military, in the military, you developed this type of structure,
Yeah.
this mindset. Um, it almost seems like it's a joke to people that weren't in the military, but it's like there's a job, you get the job done. If the job's not done, nobody's going home. So everybody help everybody so we could hurry up and get this shit done, right? And after being in the military for so long, you become accustomed. So it's almost blasphemous when you get out of the military and you kind of have to have an understanding that people are not like that. And it's hard to just accept it. Hey, man, trash is on the ground. I feel like out here, 8 out of 10 people will walk right by it, and their job is to pick up trash.
Facts.
They'll walk right by it. Oh, somebody else will get it. People are so fucking lazy. Tell me some of the struggles that you deal with working with people now that you're out of the military.
Mm, mm. So working with civilians, like in the Navy, that was cool. Because they knew that, it was cool for the most part. Some of the
Some people
motherfuckers was
take
still
advantage of
lazy.
it.
Some motherfuckers were still lazy. A lot of contractors would be sitting around while we was in dry dock just chilling.
Yeah.
But nah, working with civilians on this side, they don't understand what discipline or order or teamwork is. Me being in the military, I wasn't just a CS, a culinary specialist. I was a firefighter. You know what I'm saying? I was part of the security team. I was I drove the boat. I was secure. I would be the lookout for the boat. You know what I mean? Like there was multiple things that I had to do to make sure that the mission was met. So me asking you to do one or two things, you know what I mean? that aren't even
Shouldn't be an issue
that aren't
whatsoever.
even hard. It's like I was in the I'm not saying the military is like the pinnacle of anything or the hardest thing in the world, but there was a lot of shit that went with that y'all ain't never experienced. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
it's just a real difference. So when
You have to be
somebody
perfect, because if not, people can die.
right, so
That's damn near the thing
that
that
is
they
facts.
that they drive into your head. Hey, your shoes are not fucking tied right. Drop down, do 20 push-ups. Not because your shoes untied, because you got to be perfect. You got to have your shit in order at all times. They're trying to develop a mindset. Like for my job specifically, I was a diver, so we dealt with life-saving equipment. All right, say if I half-ass putting together a fucking helmet that we use to breathe with, and I'm 100 feet underwater working, the helmet could leak and I drown. If the helmet is not flowing air properly, I won't be able to breathe and I'll die. You know what I'm saying? There's so many things that could happen, so it has to be perfect at all times. Then we come to the civilian world and we're trying to get accustomed to the way, I guess I could say, regular people, non-military people think, and they're like half-assing everything, and it's okay. Now, mind you, not everybody's like that, but the average person is like that. At least out here in Vegas with the people that we deal with. I'm sure everywhere else too. People are just fucking lazy, man. They don't know what hard work is.
Yeah. And I don't understand it, especially when you have somebody who is working hard with you.
Yes,
You
you're
know what I mean? It's not
watching.
like
I can never in my life
it's not do as
look
I
at
say.
somebody busting his ass and just sit there and watch him.
Mm. I wish the mental
Never.
I wish the mentality of everybody else was like that, man.
If I see somebody working, I'm like, oh hell no, this motherfucker isn't working harder than me. I better have the rest of this shit looking spectacular,
Facts.
because I just will not allow this person to outdo me. Not like an ego thing or nothing like that. It's,
Nah, but at the same
I
time,
respect you and I thank you for doing that, and I'm gonna show you my respect for doing even more or doing just as good as you.
right.
It's never an ego thing with me.
Because even at the end of the day, if say we could get the mission complete early or whatever, you know what I mean?
We may be
And
able to
then we
leave this bitch early.
boom boom.
In the
Or
military, you're
nah,
there.
you're
You're
there. But
there.
at the same time, if you do complete whatever you're completing, you got a little chill.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah,
You're
for
not
sure.
you're not
You're not
scrubbing
stressing
till
or
fucking
yeah.
1600.
Yeah.
You know what
But
I
in
mean?
in the regular world, you work your 9 to 5 per se. If your fucking 9 to 5 is perfect at 4, you may be able to get out of there at 4:30. You never know.
You know what I mean?
And if not, at least the shit is good and is done right.
I don't understand. Hard work it doesn't take much effort. You
It
know what I
doesn't.
mean?
You're there anyways.
Exactly. You're getting paid for it. You might as well.
Mm-hmm.
You might as well. Just put your best foot forward. So,
Hey, you know what? Don't get it twisted. I may have bitch and complain.
no, facts,
Not
facts.
maybe not all the time, but sometimes I just had an opinion on some shit. But I that never deterred me as a person and me working hard. I always fucking brought it.
Listen,
Always.
listen. There was a time, so got to my second ship, and I haven't been OC sprayed yet.
What
So
is that?
you haven't been OC sprayed?
What is that?
Mace.
Oh yeah, hell no, I never got sprayed.
You didn't get
No,
mace?
I got
Pepper
gassed.
sprayed?
No, I got gassed. I didn't get pepper sprayed.
Y'all got it easy. Look, so we had to
Maybe because we don't feel like,
wait,
hey,
wait.
we
So
need to get sprayed in our fucking face. I didn't carry mace.
did y'all
Did,
carry guns?
No, we was in a bunker and we are divers. We don't
What
even,
that mean? Y'all was still in the army?
barely. Like, if you ask what an army diver is, 99% of the army doesn't know. We do our own shit. There's 150 of them.
So y'all didn't train with guns at all? Like,
We
what
we
happens
did our
if y'all got?
qualifiers like
But okay,
once or
so what
twice a
happens
year.
if they send divers out in
We
some
got
real
guns and
water?
shit. We'll train up to it. I'm telling you, dog. We're we're the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, all
We
right.
all
I'm gonna let you have it.
we can all shoot. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah,
went through basic training. We can shoot,
right.
but we are all capable of learning.
Okay,
So maybe if we can't shoot on, September and we got to roll out in March, best believe when March comes, we shooting pretty damn good.
okay.
We just adapt and overcome, dog.
All right. Hey,
Yeah.
so
Shout out to U.S. Army divers, baby. I got y'all.
so damn, where was I at? Oh no, getting maced. So um, I get to my ship and they're like, "Yo, you got to get OC'd." I'm like, "All right, bet. I ain't no bitch. I'm gonna do it." You know what I mean? Like real shit. So we get out there. One of my he was a cool dude, but today he was timing it up and it was pissing me off. So he was doing the most. He had these young cats because they was just like I'm already a E5
Mhm.
at this point, and I'm like, you not about to fucking hold me
Yeah.
because I know what you about to do. So he was having these motherfuckers do jumping jacks, having them sweating, so the sweat would get into their eyes.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, we ain't out here to be tortured. Like I like this was the one like one of the
After they got sprayed.
no, this was
Oh, before.
before they
Oh,
get
so the
sprayed.
spray.
So
So
the
the spray
spray
could
didn't
roll,
drip.
etc. Oh my gosh, that
He
dude's a prick.
right. So I'm like, nah, bro, we not fucking, I'm not doing this. We
Yeah.
get into a whole heated thing and they looking at me like I'm crazy.
What rank was he?
E6.
Oh, okay. That ain't much different from a 5 and a 6. So go ahead.
So I'm like, my man, like, don't do this. But he was just older.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
One of them old school cats. Like,
yeah, but I'm
I
like,
want to
yo, we
watch
listen,
you hurt.
yeah. Like I'm like, yeah, we're not doing that. We're not doing that
I
today.
want to make one of y'all cry.
So
That's fucked up.
yeah, I get sprayed. I'm not doing the motherfucking jumping jacks. So I get sprayed. Um
I'm gonna chop that up, right? Just that little part. You said I'm not doing jumping jacks, so I got sprayed. Hey, I'm gonna make that a separate video. And just the time I got pepper sprayed, they're gonna think it's some whole wild shit. My bad. Go ahead.
nah, but yeah, I got sprayed and then I went through the whole course. Of course you have trouble going through this shit. You're gonna start sweating on your own trying to go through this shit because
Mm-hmm.
your heart starts to race.
Yeah, I can
As
imagine.
soon as it gets in your eyes, it feels like glass is like scratching your shit. So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
bro, you wanted me to start sweating even more. So that way it's just because then the sweat is salty. So you just an asshole, bro. So yeah, that was one time I was like, well, that was one of many times that I was like, fuck you. You know what I mean? In the military. Cause
Yeah.
like at the end of the day, man, we all people. And they sometimes they take this these things that they wear to the extreme,
Yes.
to the
Yes.
point where thievery happens and you're blaming it on well, I'm this, so I can do what I no, no, that's not how life works. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not gonna come in here and grab my shit, take it, not tell nobody nothing, and then be like, well, I didn't want you doing that, so I took it. Motherfucker, we ain't in school. You ain't my daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Tell a grown man what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Speak to me.
Mm-hmm.
Don't never in your life think that, you know what I'm saying, you're above reproach just because you have something on your, you wear something.
Exactly. I've
Like,
I
fuck all
had
that shit.
my
You're a man at the end of the day and these work.
I've had my fair share of arguments in the military. Uh, not saying I was right or whatever, but there was just some things that I didn't agree with, and I was a maturing young man, I would say.
Yeah.
I wasn't a piece of shit, but I I was a little immature a couple times. We joined when we were 18, 19.
Facts, facts.
So it's like you go
I went
through a
to Mass on my
process.
first ship as soon as I got there, bro. I went there. I went to Mass twice on that ship, but I still was. You know what I'm saying? Like I only went to Mass because of the way that people were talking to me,
Mm.
and then the way that I would respond. So they didn't like my response. But how you know what I'm saying? Like that's not fair. How do you allow this person to talk crazy to me, but as soon as I'm like, I'm not gonna, I don't, first off, I don't agree with the way you talking to me, maybe I try to diffuse it. If you don't like that, then what I'm saying, you gotta suck that shit up, because I'm me, man. Like I don't know how to be anything else but me, and you can't, I don't want to be talked to or talked down to, because I don't do it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna talk to you with respect. You talk to me with respect. Just because you got something, just because you higher, just because you've been in this shit longer, because you older. That's the only reason why.
Yeah, you've been here. Most people is like, I've been here longer.
There's 30-year-olds that joined at the same time as me. We were the same rank, and I would get higher and higher above them, and then they'd be looking like, damn, but I still gotta listen to this motherfucker because he made rank. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? But it's like I would never talk to them
It's
like
more like
they're
a reassuring or like a motivation thing. Come on, let's get this shit going.
right. And
That's
it's
all
like,
it
I'm here
was.
with you.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm
mean?
doing the
I
same shit
never
you're doing. Yep.
listen, and at the end of the day, I would never like belittle nobody just because I know how this whole shit go. First off, if the Navy would rank motherfuckers up based off of their work, a lot of good people would get ranked up. But
Yeah.
instead, a lot of shitty motherfuckers who just know how to be in
Slip through
books,
the
who
cracks.
who just be in the office all day. You're never really doing your job,
Mm-hmm.
but you know how to take tests because you're getting sent to every school. You're not really here in the trenches.
In the thick of
You know
things.
what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you're not really here really doing this shit. You're really just studying all day. So yeah, you're gonna take the test better. Yeah, you're gonna make the rank.
Mm-hmm.
But the person that's just working off of MRC cards or is fucking, he's not getting that shot. You know what I'm saying? Because of how his chain of command looks at him.
Yeah.
It's just it's a whole fucking disconnect, and I would never look down on nobody that's like, yeah, you're older but you're of lower rank. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter at the end of the day. If you're doing your fucking job, you're doing your job.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I like motherfuckers that try. I like motherfuckers that show initiative. You got a lot of young cats that come in there. Like shit, I was still young. Like I was 20. I think I was like 23, and there was like this 18-year-old dude that had came in there. I'm like, yo, bro, like I was in the same shit. Like, don't even like just like, I'm trying to give you this sauce right now. Like, just take this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like the old heads want to see you fail. They don't want to see you grow in this shit. So just listen to what I'm saying. Motherfuckers wasn't listening. This motherfucker, but motherfuckers would slip through the cracks just because they would
Yeah.
talk. You know what I mean? Talk real slick.
Yeah. People knowing how to talk to people is big in life in general.
Yeah,
If you could talk good, you're gonna look good.
yeah.
But then that's when your work ethic comes into play after that. That talking good is like the
Nah, there was,
opening up the door.
bro. I'm telling you, man. There was times where I felt like I was higher ranked, but I was working just as hard as like an E1. You know what I mean? Like I
Mm-hmm.
was getting pushed just because the other people around me weren't picking up the slack, or they weren't as good as, you know what I mean? Motherfuckers, listen, as a cook in anything, I think really your job is to make the food taste good. And being as we were in the military, the food that we did get wasn't the best
Yeah.
quality. You know what I mean? And never, sometimes you would get rotten shit coming in. I'm not saying you would
Oh.
cook the rotten shit,
Yeah, but you
but you
got to
would have
work
to
with that.
work through that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your shit would be expired or damn near. Sometimes your shit would be fucking crushed. And then I would get a thing of bananas smushed. Like
Mm.
not smushed completely, but they weren't going to be used.
Yeah.
So what do you are used to be put out like that? What do you do with them? Now, motherfucker, got to make banana bread. You got to deal with what you got. You can't just throw shit away sometimes.
Struggles of dealing with the military, or struggles of dealing with transitioning from the military to the civilian world. What I want to get into next is some of the issues or things, pet peeves, or something, the things that drive you crazy that people do since the people do in your day to day life that didn't really fly in the military.
The amount of smoke breaks people take.
Oh,
I think that, and then just not like being, um, what's the word? Being attentive to your job. Like these motherfuckers half-ass everything. Like everything, man.
describe or elaborate on the smoke breaks. How many are we talking? Like
I'm
per
talking.
hour?
Oh, in
How
an
many
hour,
attacks you
like at
see?
least 4.
And how long are each of those smoke breaks?
Like at least 15 minutes.
At least 15 minutes?
Yeah. So they probably on
That's a whole hour.
a
So out of every hour, they smoking a whole hour.
yeah. Yeah. Yep. Just about. Just about. Are doing something else. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. But they're not on the, they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. That's all I know. I see them, bro. Like it's just like it's oh my goodness, man. Like, but I don't know.
They're smoking a lot.
Yeah, dog. Like the first job that I got when I got back here,
Yeah.
when I got out of the military, I was like, I was really, really, really like a supervisor, but I ended up being like a cook because these motherfuckers was not doing shit.
Mm.
You know what I mean? And no matter no amount of training, no amount of moral morale. Like I'm trying to boost your morale. Like
Yeah. No,
yo, like
everybody is out for themselves.
they don't give a
Fuck
fuck.
you. We are not a team. I'm here to fucking work.
Which is not even work.
And
It's like I'm here to smoke cigarettes.
I mean,
That's all
yeah,
they
shit.
do.
According to you, they smoking a whole 8 hours. It's
They
just
smoke these cigarettes and they chill. That's it. And it's like I don't.
that goes right into one of my pet peeves, man, is having a sense of urgency. It seems like everybody around is just moving in slow motion.
Facts.
um they don't have anywhere to go. Like, mind you, I'm not like an impatient person or tippity tappity, you know, anxiety real bad or my mind's wandering. I'm not one of those people, you know. um I try to harness my chi and shit
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
It
Facts,
took me
facts,
a while. I
facts.
wasn't like that when I first got out the military, but when I'm like trying to do something, it just seems like people are moving in slow motion around me.
Yep.
Even as
And then they want you
simple
to slow
as
down. That's the part that really pisses me off. They want you to slow down,
because they can't keep up.
and it feels like if it, bro. I'm been getting told like, yo, hey, just you know what I mean. We'll take care of that later. Why? I'm doing it right
Why?
now.
Yeah, let's do this right
I'm
now.
doing it now.
Come on, let's do
Like,
this.
what are you talking about? Like, what do you want me to do? You want me to stand around? Like, I don't know. Like, I
Do
don't
you want
know.
me to
I
wait for
asked.
you to be ready to do what you need to do?
Right. It's like, oh, so you want me to do what you're doing so that way you can go smoke some cigarettes.
Yeah.
And that makes me stop doing what I'm doing, and that ends up piling up, or that ends up taking forever, or I have to stay later. It's like
So my perfect example is
people hate me.
my brother lives with me, right?
Right.
And if you've been to my house, you see that my house is pretty damn clean, just about always, right? It's a little much. And I know I be tripping sometimes. It's like because I just shit has to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? This shit gotta be clean. Come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So with my brother, he's a clean person. Don't get it twisted. He's clean, but he's just not like as clean as me. Dishes got to be done always. But the thing is that he works a completely different schedule than me. He works graveyards, closing and shit. So when I'm waking up as he's going to bed, so it took me a while. It took me a lot of frustration. Like, why in the fuck aren't the dishes done, bro? Why in the fuck am I waking up and there's dishes in the sink? Like, there's three of us that live here.
Yeah.
Clean your fucking dishes. Just wash them. If they're mine, wash them. If they're yours, I'll wash them. I don't give a fuck. If there's dishes in the sink, do the fucking dishes, right?
Yeah.
It took me a while. And I feel like just the bad part of the bad side of transition to civilian from military. Military is had that shit done always, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it took me a long time to understand, hey man, kind of relax. Take a step back. Everything doesn't need to be done at once. You don't always have to go.
Right.
But yeah, man, it took me a long time to understand that, hey, the dishes ain't done. Relax. It ain't the end of the world. Do the fucking dishes if you need to. But what I'm getting at as far as like military, the dishes would have been done.
Yeah.
Somebody else would have did them. It's very simple, and it's like a very simple example, but if you're in the military and you feel that like that kind of like strain to have everything perfect,
Yeah.
it's okay. It doesn't have to be perfect no more. It
No.
doesn't. You could take a step back and relax,
Bro, no, but I can't because I'm wired like that now.
Yeah, it's
You know
it's
what I'm
so
saying?
it's
Like,
so hard to relax.
there's a point where um I feel myself moving faster than, you know what I'm saying, like I'm just grabbing shit, I'm just doing
Yes.
shit, you know what I'm saying, but
Hey, I know
it's a bunch
exactly
of shit
what
at
you're
the same
doing
time,
or what you're saying,
and it's multitasking, but
but it's too much.
it's a lot, but at the same time it's not as much as the military. So I feel like this is where it's a disconnect for me and other people, because when I start doing that, I'm cool, I'm in a flow,
Mm-hmm.
I'm cool. If I start, because I work at a restaurant right now, still doing the culinary shit, right? Still managing, right? So it's like all of these things.
You got a really good training experience from the military.
Exactly. So
For me, I'm talking about me specifically. I'm at home
right.
most of the time, bro.
So
And I'm
yeah.
like just do. Everything has to be perfect. Because I feel like I'm at home. Why isn't my home fucking clean all the
See,
time?
but even me at home, when I was in the military, um, my house stayed clean.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Now I got a kid.
It's a lot harder.
When we were doing the quarantine thing, we were just all in the house. So it's like, but whenever she is gone
Mm-hmm.
and she takes the baby, I clean, like the house is spectacular.
Spotless. Yeah.
Oh my God. Like I can clean, I can focus. There's
It's
no
hard. It's
noise.
hard to keep up with a baby, man.
It's so hard. You know what I mean? And the shit, that was a transition too. Like fucking I didn't have a baby in the military. And now I got one.
I had a baby in the military
And I felt
for
like it would have been like a little bit of
a whole year.
easier. Like, are you still paying like for the baby from the hospital? See, you didn't even have that bill. You don't have
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
Oh man, we was like, I said specifically, if we're gonna have a kid, we having this kid right fucking now because I'm not having a kid once I get out the military.
Bro, that's a
This shit
bill.
is paid
That's a bill.
for everything, and then some. She was getting free food at the bomb ass cafe at the hospital and shit. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do this now because
Bro, them
no bueno later.
man, them benefits, man. Like even having like a dental appointment that was always scheduled for you. Like you didn't have to keep up with it.
McDonald, you got your dental coming up. Make sure you schedule a dental
Oh
appointment.
yes, yes, got you, got
yes,
you. I'm
Sergeant,
in
I
there.
got you.
I'm in there. I
Mm.
always, I love when my name would come up on that shit. I'd be like, "Yep, time to schedule that hoe."
Yep.
But now I gotta like remember to schedule that bitch. So it's like, "Yep, here it goes, being an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Like no more spoon fed."
we could talk about perks and the good times of the military another time because I got a lot of good stories and I'm sure you do too.
So many.
So yeah, man, we'll make a think of this.
Nah, for sure.
What's something else that really bothers you or that you're having a hard time dealing with coming out of the military?
Um. Okay, so like not being able to like feel it because I felt like that shit took up my whole day. You know what I mean? Like being at work.
Mm.
I worked on a boat, so I was there from 7 o'clock in the morning till about 7 o'clock at night.
Mm.
Like shit was wild. You know what I mean? So I had
I
to
had a pretty favorable schedule.
look at that.
I did a lot to get there, though.
Look
You
at
know what I'm
that.
saying?
A lot to get there. What the fuck do you think I was doing? Got to E5. I thought that was the point where I could fucking go home early. Shit. Fuck no. Nobody
Hell
goes home
no.
early. So
I
it's
mean,
like,
I work 6 to 3.
that's good though.
Yeah, that was cool. I
That
mean,
was
I was
straight. You
not,
had the rest of the day. I had
but sometimes, well, everything in Hawaii closes at 5. So it's like if you ain't there at 5, you're not getting anything done. So it just wasn't like it wasn't feasible to work until 5 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? You would never be able to do anything.
well, Cali fucking. I mean, Cali was Cali, man. It was like, but at the same time, it's like you get off of work, you tired as shit. You really don't want to go
Mhm.
out. Half of the time, the homies would be
Oh,
going out.
I'm talking about like DMV, shit like that, paying your rent, shit like that. Shit is closed at 4 or 5 o'clock in Hawaii.
What the fuck? Why ain't your shit on automated? What the fuck?
I'm just giving examples, bro. You're
Okay,
killing me.
my bad.
Killing me.
My bad. Nah, but what else be pissing me the fuck off? I don't know. Do I have any more struggles out of this?
See, it's one of those things that
No.
when they say you will miss the military when you get out, it's definitely true.
No.
There's pros and cons. For me, I missed the brotherhood. I had some
There.
some of my best friends are in the military, still
Yeah, but
are.
they still fucking spaced out. We still would have been separated. I still would have had to make new homies. Like
Well,
I
see,
was still like, fuck that shit, man. I would hated making new homies. Like when I went to Italy, for my last command, like it was cool. They was some cool dudes. Like I fuck with them, like for real. But it was like still like a struggle because I still felt like an outsider just because of shit that was happening out there. And it was like, oh man, like, but the chip that I had before, these motherfuckers, like, I love these motherfuckers, man. Like, if I could see everybody from the kid when it was crack, boy, the kid was that was the ship to be on, boy. I ain't never like that
he was
was the
having a
shit.
good ass time.
Bro, no. It was just the people that were there because
Yeah.
even like these are the people that okay, here's another struggle. Fucking with people and them being on time,
Mhm.
them fucking with
Right there, what you're saying. So all of your friends and peers are on the same level as you. Everybody has money.
oh my
Everybody is
fucking Jesus.
people
Yes,
are
keep going.
wasting all
Come
their
on.
money.
No.
Oh,
Yes, you're
you're
right. Keep
agreeing? I
going.
was
Keep
like, yeah,
going.
everybody has like similar goals or interests.
Yes.
Uh, everybody's on time, has a accountability, teamwork.
It's because these the people that you surround yourself with are the people that are like you. So I surrounded myself with people who did not want to be in the military, but we knew what the military
You
was for,
understand, yeah.
and a lot of them are entrepreneurs.
And you were just making the best of the situation.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, let's just do this shit, buckle down, and fucking do what we
Let's have
gotta
a good
do.
time too.
Right. So these are the people that would come over and we would fucking I would cook because bro, I love when my friends come through and I can, cook for them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Because I know and number one, that says something about me and for them to even trust me to, you know what I'm saying, do what I gotta do to chef this shit up. You know what I'm saying? Like I and they eat this shit. Y'all motherfuckers know what it is.
Hey man, Vari made some tacos the other day, and the motherfucker slap, bro.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
I'm
Like,
waiting for round two. The shells, bro. The flour
no,
and the
that wasn't
corn.
my fault. That wasn't my
No,
fault with
I
the
was gonna say
flour.
they're good.
Oh, okay, because no, they were just gone.
Yeah, yeah, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
was
Oh, we
just a
smacked their
skull.
shits.
It was just a
We was in a
skull.
podcast room and we came out and they were finished.
Yeah, man.
But
I mean, like,
man, we're gonna have to run that back.
yeah, we will, man. But fucking, it's just like shit like that. Like, I love doing that.
The barbecues every weekend.
Every weekend, bro. We would
Yes.
do gumbo.
Shout out
We would do,
to Huff, John Huff, man. That was the barbecue spot. He could cook the shit out of some food, bro.
bro.
On the grill, on the stove, didn't matter, man.
That
Love
was,
you, Huff.
bro.
I hope you're watching, bro.
that
Somebody will tell you about this.
that was me, dog. Watch when the comments gonna be like, yeah, he was chefing that shit up. Yeah, he was doing that shit. Yeah, he was, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Like,
When I was in the military, bro, I could barely even cook. Like I could get by and I could make certain things,
no, I
but
get
like
busy. I get
I
busy as fuck.
learned and I'm still learning a lot, but I've learned a lot since I've been out.
And there's an appreciation for it.
You
Every
gotta
time,
have the love.
listen, every time people would come over, all that shit be gone. Y'all motherfuckers so goddamn picky out here in the real world.
Oh, is
Like,
that something? We were just tearing everything up. Like,
bro, they
we-
like
I mean, we were
you eat,
yeah.
fucking,
Yeah.
but
Everybody knows me, knows I tear some shit up.
everybody else just be
Very
picking
appreciative too.
at the food. They be like, yeah, it's good, but I just don't want to eat too much. And it's like, why the fuck did you come over here? You knew I cooked and I cook a lot of food. Like, don't fucking just pick at the shit. Eat this shit,
I'm
motherfucker.
putting everything on everything. I want to eat it how it was made. And we were just talking about recently how taste buds kind of gradually change as you get older. And I eat
Facts.
mushrooms on shit now. I don't know if I'm ready for mushrooms and spaghetti and shit. I know some people do that.
Mushrooms and spaghetti is good.
I don't know. Maybe small mushrooms. I don't want no big ass mushrooms. I'm eating some ground beef and
No,
get the texture of a
bro, I'm
mushroom and
telling
it's
you,
throwing me
mushrooms,
off. They got to be
mushrooms,
cooked right. I don't want no slimy ass mushrooms. I want
they're
the
gonna be.
bitches to hit, maybe a little crisp. You
How
know.
you gonna have crispy mushrooms and spaghetti?
Hey,
Yo,
if you want to try it, I'll try it, bro. But I've never
matter of fact, that'll be the next. That's what I'm making on Tuesday. I'm
spaghetti.
making spaghetti. I'll make spaghetti
Cool.
with some mushrooms in it.
I'm
And the
looking
mushrooms
forward
gonna
to
be
it.
back in. You ain't even gonna know they're gonna be in there. You're gonna be like,
Yeah,
damn.
that's how I like them because I've had them recently. One of the most recent times I've had spaghetti, and I was like, "Oh, that's mushroom. That shit tastes pretty good."
But the only thing is I like putting sugar on my spaghetti.
I'm not one of those fans,
How?
but I will try it, bro. Like I said, I will try it. However
I'm
you
telling you.
make some shit,
Listen,
I will
it's just
try
a
it
little
how
bit
it's
of sugar.
supposed to be.
It's not even a
It's
point
one of
to it
these.
where it's candy.
This one of these.
It's probably just a little bit. It's
Oh,
probably a
you're
pour.
talking
It's
about
probably
one of
it's
those.
probably a little. It's probably a little. It's probably a little something like that. It's
Oh,
probably a little. You gotta
like on
and
top of the
then
cornflakes.
like on top of the just on top, and then you stir that shit in there.
Oh,
And
that's a lot.
it's
I'm
not a
not a fan
lot.
of.
It's
I'm not a
not a
fan of
lot. I'm
sweet
trying to
though.
tell. It's not
But
too
I'm
sweet
gonna try it. I'm
because you
gonna
can
try
still
it.
put cheese on it. It'll
Okay,
be sweet
and
enough,
then
but you can
that
still
would
put.
give it that different
Think of
that balance.
Okay, I'm gonna make some cornbread with it too.
Sweet or unsweet.
Sweet.
Okay,
I don't never
it's
make
like
no
a
unsweet
man.
cornbread. Who the fuck makes unsweet cornbread for
Old,
what? That's
old
not
folks.
cornbread.
Old folks. That
That's
make that shit.
disgusting, bro.
It tastes like some. It's
Corn
not.
that
It's
tastes
not
like
good. But
cardboard.
some good sweet cornbread. That shit hits. It hits.
Cardbread. Cardbread is what that is.
All right, before we fall down too many rabbit holes,
I know,
man,
right?
let's go. I appreciate you jumping on the pod.
Facts.
I'm getting
Anytime.
out of school soon, and we're gonna make this a lot more frequent. Maybe some live, some shit like that. But make sure you check not only myself, but Vari on the You Know What It Is podcast. We got another one coming up. They're always fun, always good. Check them out. Where do we find you at?
Oh yeah, the site is up too. So you know what it is pod.com. Check that out. You can check out our merch. You can check out all of the podcast straight from the website. It'll send you to you can Apple, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Like your little link tree.
Wherever it's exactly
Okay.
it's just that. So check us out on there. And also if you are in Vegas, talent, motherfuckers who fuck with us, you know what I mean? Hit that get featured button, send us an email. You know what I mean? We'll hit y'all back.
You know what it is pod.com. Website's up. Check them out on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all that good shit.
all of it.
I appreciate you guys checking it out. If you like this episode and you want me to talk more military shit, let me know in the comments, man. And don't forget to like and subscribe. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Let's talk smack.